Assalamu alaikum students, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we are discussing about the biological problem, water biological problem and its importance. We will review about complete topic on biological method. First of all, we started the definition of biological method. A procedure which is adopted to solve a biological problem is called biological method. There are some steps in biological method. We will discuss about them. Biological science have a set a methodology that is based on an experimental inquiry. In these following steps, observation, hypothesis, deduction, experiment, theory, scientific law, observation. Observation is the first step in a biological method. Like other sciences, observations are made with five senses: vision, hearing, smell, taste, and touch, depending upon the functional ability. Observation may be qualitative or quantitative. Qualitative observation and quantitative observation. Qualitative observation have a less accuracy and cannot be measured in terms of numbers. For example, the freezing point of water is colder than the boiling point. Quantitative observations are more accurate and can be measured in terms of numbers. For example, the freezing point of water is 0 degrees Celsius and the boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius. Next, the hypothesis, the plural hypothesis definition. Tentative explanation of observation is called hypothesis. Or the second definition is any statement was given by an observer scientist after organizing his observation in data form as per experiment and background knowledge. Okay. Then we discuss about the use of reasoning of hypothesis construction. A great deal of careful and creative thinking is necessary for the construction of hypotheses. Okay. A biological use reasoning to formulate a hypothesis, which may be of two types: deductive reasoning and inductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning flow from general to specific. It involves drawing a specific conclusion from some general principle assumption. From general observation, a biologist constructs a specific hypothesis. For example, if we accept that all birds having wings promise one and that sparrows are bird promise two, then we calculated that sparrow have wings. If all the green plants require sunlight for photosynthesis, then any green plant when placed in the dark would not synthesize glucose. In inductive reasoning, specific observations are used to draw a general hypothesis. It begins with specific observation and lead to the formation of general principle. From specific observation, a biologist constructs a general hypothesis. For example, if we know that sparrow have wings and are birds, and we know that eagle, parrots, hawks, and crow are birds, then we draw a conclusion that all the birds having are wings. Okay. Other ways for hypothesis construction. In fact, sometimes a scientist has also another ways to form hypothesis, which may be include intuition, imagination, and aesthetic preference, religious or philosophical ideas, comparison and analogy with other principle, discovery of one thing while looking for some other thing. Deduction, definition of deduction. Deduction are defined as logical consequence of hypothesis. Or in the biological method, if a particular hypothesis is true, then one should accept a certain result, then it's called deduction. How to draw deduction? Deduction are also drawn by using inductive and deductive reasoning. This involves the use of if then logic. Significance of deduction. Biologists cannot usually check every situation where a hypothesis might apply, so they go for deduction. Experiment definition. The deduction which are drawn from the hypothesis are subjected to religious testing called experiment. Significance of experiment. Through this stage, biologists learn which hypotheses are actually true from among the many that might be true. Repeated exposure of hypothesis in possible falsification increases scientists' confidence in the hypothesis when they are not falsified. Any hypothesis that is tested again and again without ever being falsified is considered well supported and is generally accepted. This may be used as the basis of formulating further hypotheses, experimental and control groups. Okay, so this was our today lectures. Inshallah, in the next lecture, we will study some other types and other topics. Hope you will be understand. So, friends, Allah Hafiz, goodbye.